All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And we got something different this time. I know that some of you have seen some of the videos of my wife and I going to Disney and whatnot, and you've had questions. Well, I thought, I'm not the expert here. So what I thought I'd do is bring two experts and have them talk about just how easy it is to take a trip to Disney. Man, make it a good 3 to 5 day vacation, maybe more if that's what you're into. And especially some of my friends with smaller kids. This is the time. These are the people. So without further ado, we have Melissa Lockhart here from If You Can Dream It Travel Agency. And as well as y'all know, most of y'all know my wife, Emily. She's also here. She is also an agent. So let's just get it rocking and rolling here. Miss Melissa, would you say hello to everybody and just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa. I am the owner of If You Can Dream It Travel. I live in central New Jersey. I've lived here my whole life with my husband and my 4 kids. I was a public school teacher, and now I'm home homeschooling my 4 kids while enjoying traveling and just exploring new destinations, especially Disney. So yeah, we're happy to talk to you today.
Great. Emily, I know there's some people that don't know you, but just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Emily, and of course, I'm Oscar's wife, and I plan travel with Melissa. I've been with Melissa for about 5 years, and it's been wonderful. And so we plan Disney vacations, and it's fabulous. So that's what I do. And I am also a public school principal as well.
Yeah, nice. So Melissa, tell us, other than Disney, are there any other vacation spots that you guys offer?
Sure. So, well, most people know us for Disney. We also, our slogan is, if you can dream it, we can plan it. So really, if you think of any destination around the world, we have a specialist to match you with to plan that vacation. Some of our other popular vendors are Universal Studios. So if you enjoy the theme parks, that's another one to try. Sandals and Beaches. They're all-inclusive resorts. Sandals is for adults only. The Beaches resorts are for children. All-inclusive, everything's included, your food, your snacks, your activities. So those are great destinations. We also do all major cruise lines. And again, any destination, European, Caribbean, we can set you up with an advisor.
Oh, nice. So when it comes to some of the questions I get from some of my friends is, why a travel planner? Why a travel agent?
Sure. So when we talk about Disney specifically, it almost requires a college degree to plan a trip now. Not quite, but it is very, very in-depth. You might read about things like Genie Plus, Memory Maker, and those options could be right for your family that you might not need them. So our travel planners are very educated in those topics. So they help you decide what you do and don't need for a Disney vacation. We often hear it costs $14,000 to go to Disney. And while it could, and while that might be the vacation you are looking for, it certainly, does not have to cost nearly as much as that. So our agents really have the knowledge to break down what kind of trip you're looking for and help you match your budget and your needs with the perfect vacation. Again, all those options, we don't just offer them to you and then leave you high and dry. We really help you understand what is involved in your trip. While you're traveling, we're able to answer questions for you. We have advisors in the park every month of the year. So, if you're looking for tips on the weather and the crowds during certain times, not only do our agents continually, study and learn new techniques, they're in the park, hands-on, experiencing it for themselves. So when you use a travel planner with us, we're going to help you every step of the way.
I like that. So Emily, let's get into, I'll just give a scenario. Tell us more or less, let's say a family of 4, mom, dad, 2 kids, and want to go to Disney, want to take a 4-day weekend vacation. Typically, what are we looking at, both financially and planning wise?
Okay, as far as budget goes, It depending on the time of the year. If you're going to go during the end of August, the price difference between the last week of August and the week of Christmas, it's a huge difference because of the holiday. So it just depends. I would say anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 on up. It just depends, and it depends where you want to stay. What is your package looking like? Are you going to do a 3-day, a 4-day? Add the hopper? Are you going to add the water parks? So there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle in order to make it a dream vacation. That's the recommendation, is that you get with someone who's educated, like Melissa said, and knows all the parts to the vacation package that can help make this something that is attainable and also magical. So it's an experience that we definitely try to create, from the resort that you're staying at, to the ticket package, to the special dining experiences that you want to have. And as far as help and what we do, I just kind of gave you a rundown of that. But on top of all of that, we also help you with Genie Plus, making sure that you're able to maneuver the app, use the app correctly, and maximize your time when you're in the park, so that you can have an enjoyable experience.
I think you said the right word. And when some of my friends ask me what did you like or didn't like about our Disney trips, so well, there really wasn't anything I didn't like, but the experience is what I always say, that it makes it or breaks it. If you go and you're just standing in long lines and you didn't have a reservation, but you want to go there, you didn't know that there was reservation, or there's just information you didn't have. That's why I always tell them, get with somebody here, because they can really make the experience. This is Disney. This isn't Chuck E. Cheese. This is Disney, and it's not going to be terribly cheap, but it's going to cost a little bit, as everything does nowadays. But the experience is what really, really makes it. I don't know. You guys tell me, Melissa. Am I missing something there?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head, where there could be many families that go to Disney and have a vastly wide different experience. Because like you mentioned, if you didn't do your research and you're standing on every line with little kids in the heat of the summer, it could be miserable. But our travel planners try to mitigate all of those troubles by letting you know, okay, if you add Genie Plus for $15 per day per person, that might be right for you, and you can avoid all those lines. We tell you which rides you should go to first in the day, or maybe wait until later in the day, again, to avoid all those lines. Transportation is a huge topic in Disney. You can get from different hotels to different parks, and the level of that convenience can vary. So we try to just coach you through on how to get from point A to point B in the most convenient way.
Yeah, good point. The transportation, and it's one of the perks, like I tell my buddies, one of the perks of me being married to a travel agent is that, or a Disney planner, is that I don't worry about anything. We know pretty much ahead of time what's going to happen. Like you said, we know the crowds, we know best times to go, the transportation. I just pretty much hang on to her hand and let's go. She runs me through everything. So it's a real enjoyable experience. I felt like I didn't waste 1 minute. I just felt like everything was smooth, everything was happening. She was on top of it, and I've seen her do that with other clients as well. But yeah, the transportation is huge. It's not just across the street to get from one park to the other. It's a little bit of a ways, and you got to have a way to get there. Whether it's the monorail, whether it's the sky things, and those are really cool. So yeah, good point. So let's talk about the different resorts. I'll just say, from my perspective, my favorite was Fort Wilderness. That's just my favorite. where would you rank these resorts? And this is a question for pretty much both of y'all. Melissa, go first. Where would you say the top tier resorts, Disney resorts, versus maybe the budget?
Sure. So Disney does have 3 different level of hotels. So they have values, moderates, and deluxe, as well as, like you mentioned, a campground. So if you have an RV or you like to rent a cabin or a tent site, you can camp at Fort Wilderness. So that's its own little category. It's probably the most beautiful campground I've ever visited. They have it's ginormous. So they have lots of campers there. There's a boat to Magic Kingdom. So again, that convenience. My kids are little, so I don't like the idea of, getting your stroller ready in the morning and have everything packed up only to walk to a bus to have to fold it all up. So when I choose my resort, I think about convenience and how many parks can I get to without folding up the stroller. So Disney's Fort Wilderness Campground does have that boat right to Magic Kingdom, which is a great option. Then you move on to the deluxe resorts. So they rank them by location. So if you have little kids and you're going to be spending a lot of time in Magic Kingdom, there are Magic Kingdom area resorts. So those are the ones you might see often, the Grand Floridian, Disney's Contemporary Resort, where the monorail goes right through the building, the Polynesian. So those are all in like the Magic Kingdom area. Then you have some in the Epcot area where you could literally walk into the back of Epcot. So Disney's Beach Club Resort, Yacht Club Resort, Disney's Boardwalk Inn. Those are all in the Epcot area. And again, within walking distance, or they have a boat. From there, you can go to a moderate resort. So Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, Disney's Coronado Springs, which I know you two stayed there recently. It's beautiful. They have Disney's French Quarter and Riverside resorts. So those are all, great. The rooms are beautiful. Disney's Caribbean has that Skyliner that you mentioned, Oscar, where it connects Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So again, you can roll your stroller right on and get to those 2 parks very conveniently. And Disney's value resorts include all the all-stars, so music, movies, and music. I'm drawing a blank. Sports. Thank you, Emily.
Sports. Yes.
And again, you're going to get very clean rooms. They're a little bit farther from the parks. The All-Stars only have bus transportation, so it's just something to keep in mind. Disney's Pop Century is in that same category, but that offers the Skyline again to Epcot and Hollywood.
So Emily, tell us a little bit more, because I think Melissa covered the whole spectrum there, but tell us a little bit more, because I know some of my friends were asking more about, when you mentioned RV and the Fort Wilderness. Give us a little bit more, because we've stayed there before, but tell us a little bit about that stay or what that park has to offer.
Okay, so that resort is a campground. It's huge, massive, where you can rent an RV or you can take your own RV, but they also have cabins. The cabins sleep up to 6, have a full refrigerator, a full kitchen stocked with utensils and pots and pans where you can cook. And you can rent a golf cart through Disney, and that way you can zoom in and out of wherever you need to go, the pool, or if you need to go to the outpost to purchase something, or drive down to the dock where you can take the boat over to the Magic Kingdom. And you can also experience the show, the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review there, which is a phenomenal show. We didn't get to see it, Oscar, but do you remember hearing it when we were there? All the hoot and hollering that was going on. It's an all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink, alcoholic beverages included. That's a really neat experience. You could stay at Fort Wilderness and not even go to the parks and still be able to see the fireworks, experience the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, the pools, bike riding, there's trails, there's a horse barn, you can go horseback riding, fishing. And then they just built some new cabins. Those are going to be opening up in the summer. So hopefully we'll have an opportunity to go and tour those cabins. It's a beautiful area. We got to do the fireworks cruise on this last trip, Oscar and I. We got to take a boat ride all around that area, and he was super impressed. I was super impressed. I was also impressed with the Wilderness Lodge that had the cabins that face out towards the lake. He's like, Oscar was like, what are those? What are those? I want to stay there because it was just really neat because you could see through everything. And it was just really nice. If you like the outdoors, but you still want to be able to be close to the parks, that's a fabulous place to stay, as well as Disney's Fort Wilderness. But you can stay just at the fort and have a whole vacation just staying there.
I'm going to tell the viewers, and I tell all my buddies, if President of Disney was to come down and say, I'm going to give you 1 week at the presidential suite or whatever, or you can have a week at Fort Wilderness in a cabin, I'm going to take the cabin. That's just me. You're absolutely right. I don't even have to go to any of the parks. You can spend your whole vacation just there at Fort Wilderness. There's just so many things to do. It was great. So anyway, okay, thanks for that. Melissa, tell us the importance, because another thing that I really, really found impressive with Disney, but tell us the importance of maybe once you're there and say there's a question or a small issue, how important and how helpful are these the Disney cast members?
Sure. So the Disney cast members are known for their service. If you ask one of the cast members a question and they don't know, they will go find the answer for you. So Disney, around their parks, they have placed blue umbrellas that say guest experience team. So while you're in the parks, if you have any hiccups, you can go to those tents. There's probably one in about every land in Magic Kingdom, as well as, probably about 5 to 10 in the other parks as well. And they're there for those issues. So if you have issues with your app or, certain issues with a ride, they're there to help you. So you don't have to go to guest relations in the front of the park every single time. So they're very, very helpful.
Yeah, I found them to be the lifeline. I mean, they will, again, we're using the word experience. They can make it or break it. And I have yet to see them fail with anybody, especially even with us. Something as simple as just ordering a few groceries and stuff and have them delivered to the hotel. They will, and I'm talking more about the hotel people, but every resort, because nobody is going to differentiate, let's say a Disney cast member that's working at the park versus a hotel employee, a resort hotel employee. To us, they're all the same. And I have yet to see anybody just say, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. They're going to take care of you. They're going to make you feel as if you're president of the United States. And that's one thing that I was really, really impressed with. So, okay. So let's get back a little bit more towards If You Can Dream It Travel. So you say there's agents pretty much for the most part there usually every month. How many agents are in your, just an average of how many agents are in your company, and as far as the fee for using any of the agents or contacting any of the agents of your agency?
Sure. So right now we have about 160 agents. They're located all throughout the country. So I mentioned I'm in New Jersey, and you guys are in Texas. We have agents all over. So if you live in a certain state and you'd like to connect with an agent locally, we can definitely help you set that up. But a lot of our work is done virtually, so we have clients all over as well. My favorite part about being in this industry is that our services are free of charge. So we're going to help you. We're planning your trip as if it's our own. I get just as excited planning someone else's trip with their kids and their families as I do planning my own for my kids. So, we put that same passion into every trip, and we personalize every trip. So while I have my favorite resort, I know that's not the right fit for every family. So we really try to dig in and make it personal for our clients. And I think that's, the special touch that we have is that we truly ask you those questions to find the perfect fit for your family. And, a lot of people ask, or they say to us, nothing in life is free. We've heard that very many times. So what's the catch here? There really is no catch. It's a win-win for everybody. We provide that exceptional service and you don't pay a penny extra. in many cases, we can actually save our clients money because if you book a trip directly through a vendor, such as Disney, they're not going to call you in 3 months and say, hey, great news, a deal came out and we can lower your price. But as travel planners, that is our job. Every time a deal comes out, we get excited to either apply it to your trip or to see, if there's a better option for you because of that new deal. So it doesn't cost you any. We make sure you get the lowest price. That's all often followed by the question, well, how do you get paid? What's in it for you? The vendors pay us directly. So, it helps them because they don't have to, seek out their customers and answer those day-to-day questions, but that's what we're here for. So we say it's a win-win-win for the vendor, us, and the client.
Yes. All right. Well, guys, I think we've covered it all, except I just said, well, one final question. How can somebody get a hold of you?
Sure. Emily, do you want to take that one? Emily is our social media coordinator. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can visit our website at ifyoucandeamittravel.com. If you go to Instagram, it's ifyoucandeamittravel. TikTok, it's ifyoucandeamittravel. And then on Facebook, it's ifyoucandeamittravel. So we're on all social media. We also, through our website, we also have a blog. So if you're looking for advice or information, there's some information on there as well. You can find almost everything that you're looking for if you're looking for different types of vacations other than Disney on our website. But that's one way you can contact us. And you can send us a private message. You can on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and we'll answer you. You can also send us, I think there's an email that you can, on the website, there's going to be an email where you can go and email us any information or any questions that you might have.
Nice. Okay.
I did want to add,
yes,
Oscar, I wanted to add that, one thing about If You Can Dream It Travel is the longevity of the company and the great relationship that If You Can Dream It Travel has, because of Melissa, with Disney and the other vendors such as Universal, Sandals and Beaches, and or several cruise lines. I feel like If You Can Dream It Travel has worked really hard to be an earmarked agency, which is specially recognized by Disney. And we also have been recognized by Universal as well. So if you're looking for a reputable company to work with, this is it.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, I have firsthand knowledge of how things get done. And again, to all my friends out there, I'm going to say it again. I've said it 1,000 times. It's more about the experience than anything, especially if you're traveling with family. I want everybody to have a good time. I don't want to get on a plane and go through everything we got to go through to get through the airport and transportation and everything, just to get down there and struggle with our room or something like that. And I have yet, in all the trips we've taken to Disney, I have yet to see any kind of hiccup or any kind of struggle. Other than, us getting tired walking around and seeing everything. So again, guys, thank you so much. Miss Melissa, would you have any parting words?
No, thank you for taking your time. We look forward to answering any questions and helping plan some more magical vacations.
Sounds great. Emily, anything parting words?
No, just thank you very much. I appreciate this. You did
All right,
a great
guys.
job.
Thank you.
Well, we try. So there you go, guys. Everybody, if you want to, and it's free. I'm just going to add this for y'all. It's free to contact and ask questions. Shoot them a message. Hey, I got so many in my party. We're looking at what's the best time, or maybe in summer. And all this information is free. There's no money need to be passed or anything like that. Just find out. Another thing I've seen other families do is you put a deposit down. You don't have to pay it all up front, and pay it over time, depending on, when you want to go. So that is a very, very nice feature. But again, I'm not the expert on it, guys. Get on the website, get in contact with Melissa and one of her agents, and they will explain everything that I'm talking about and give you the better information. So there's that. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching this. You have any questions, you've got the information. Send me a message. I'll get you in contact with them. And, there we go. Miss Melissa, Emily, thank you very much for being here. And we'll see you at the next one.
Thank you very much.